Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Today's episode of Frankenstein Control is brought to you by Piles of Things. Just go outside. There's probably a pile of something. Just jump in it. Anyway, welcome to Frankenstein Control.
I was hoping this would be an advertisement for Jim. What was it?
Phil Fleshlight's tube of fries.
Yeah, Phil Fleshlight's tube of fries.
What? Why would that ever?
Or Henry Hertzfeldt's House of Horseshit.
I don't see what. I'm not picking up on the pattern here, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. B-Rye, help me out here.
What about Stunk Chunk Boy's Castle of Farts?
Man,
Plastic Bag Johnson's Plastic Bag of AIDS.
how do you guys are being crazy right now?
These are all emails you got for sponsors when you left your fucking email tab open and logged in on your laptop, and we snooped because we're terrible people.
It's the only way you can keep up on what's going on in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Speaking of piles of things, it just conjured up a vivid memory of when I was a young lad of about 8 summers, and there was a giant pile of leaves in my buddy's yard.
Oh.
A giant pile, like a 3-foot tall pile of leaves. And I thought, oh boy, howdy, is that going to be fun to jump in?
Oh no.
So I took a running leap and completely forgot about the giant stump that he had in the middle of his yard that was right around that pile of leaves. That was a painful time for old B-Rye Shinbone.
That should qualify as a terrorist activity.
Yeah.
Doing something like that. That is just a malefic act.
Well, his dad probably raked them there because the stump is a good midway point in the yard around which to gather the shit. He wasn't thinking that his son's dumbass friend would come along without warning and without asking permission or waiting to see if anyone was home, go and do that.
Yeah.
He's put up a sign, be like, caution, stump inside.
Don't open, stump inside.
Don't stump, open inside?
And that just left me stumped. Stumped as the cast of Frankenstein Control, which we welcome you to. I'm your host, Slam Fuckbutt. To my right is Toucan the Sherpa.
I'm Toucan the Sherpa. You come on down to Toucan Sherpa's trailer or shit, and you get a whole bunch of shit, and you put it in your mouth, and you throw up because it's gross.
And in front of me, as always, is Snow Cone Johnson.
I'm not Snow Cone Johnson.
Yes, you are.
I'm the Frankenstein. I'm the Frankenstein Control corporate attorney. My name is H.W. Sniffglue.
Well, thank you, H.W. Sniffglue, for all of our wonderful sponsorship opportunities we've been able to have over the years.
What does the HW stand for?
Howard Willips.
Willips. I like the Willips.
Like Howard Phillips Lovecraft.
Oh.
I feel like we'd all just raided John Hodgman's hobo names bit. I was rereading his book recently, his first one from 12, 15 years ago, and that's the one with the 500 hobo or 700 hobo names, and some of them are extremely fucking funny. The best one still is Fat Man and the Creature, and then in parentheses it says, note, there was no creature. He talks all about hobo culture and shit like that. It's great. It's an amusing read. I urge you all to go give it a try.
John Klugman's House of Pancakes.
Yes.
I think is the book name.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Welcome to John Klugman's House of Pancakes, everybody. We just wanted to welcome you all back for another fever dream of an episode, courtesy of probably a worsening virus. We're all dying. Probably. I don't know. I can't tell the future.
I'm sure that COVID-19 has surpassed 1,000 kills in the United States.
Probably.
By this point next week.
Let's make light of tragedy.
Welcome to, we're assuming that everything's only going to get worse in the week between us recording and this episode going up, and we're not at all prepared for that.
Because that's what usually happens.
Yeah.
That's what the historical precedent is exactly that scenario every week.
Yeah.
Like, maybe something good will happen.
Slap that shit right out your hand.
What you gonna do with that optimism? Not a goddamn thing.
Maybe pumping $1.5 trillion into the economy will have a good impact. Well,
For rich people. But
no, it
not even for them.
didn't really seem to help at all. And I'm not angry. And I'm not good.
Yeah, I just
That's
don't.
not good.
I just don't feel anything anymore.
Exactly.
I was to name drop him twice in as many episodes when I was talking recently with a friend of the show, FBM, who is a great philosopher on many topics. He's a gentleman and a scholar, truly, in every sense of the word. But I was like, sir, you think that, our whole generation coming of age and having extremely memorable, horrible things like 9/11 and the anthrax scare and the sniper attacks and like several unending wars and one mass shooting after another, and all of those things just constantly happen. Like, do you think that kind of fucked us all up and registered our ability to
Process tragedy?
Yeah, it kind of destroyed that to the point where I'm just not shocked by anything anymore, and I don't care. Like, it's not that I don't want to care, but I can't.
Ran out of it.
My brain doesn't work
ran
that
out
way
of care
anymore.
juice. Help!
I'm bereft of fucks to give. I'm fuckless.
And what did he have to say?
He was like,
A gentleman and a scholar.
Wise words.
Sweet wisdom. Hey, speaking of wisdom, in order to change the subject from our eternally dying planet, I want to switch gears. We were talking about anime last episode, and I didn't get the opportunity to bring this up because I was too busy doing Dom DeLuise impressions. But down into the basement, Dom. Down in there with you. I want to recommend an anime to y'all, to everybody out there, everybody who's listening. I want you to... I forgot the name of the title besides that. It's one of those Japanese shows where it's got the title that's like 5 miles long.
Keep away from Anime Club.
Yeah, hands off Eizouken. But like, you can probably just Google Eizouken. Eizouken. Eizoken. Eizouken. It is a show about 3 high school girls in Japan who have a dream to make animation. And it sounds like it would be like a Moe K-On, disaster that if your parents walked in the room and like, hey son, you winning? And you'd be like, no, Dad! Don't look at what I'm watching. And they're like, back at the snow. Or whatever. Yeah. No, it's not that. It is...
if my dad walked in the room and was like, hey son, you winning? I'm like, Dad, I'm 30 and I live in a different state.
You really should call before you visit.
Happy to see you, but
no, the show revolves around just the trials and tribulations of animation, and like it really goes in depth to the animation process. And basically the only way I could describe it is the anime version of Wacky Deli, like the Wacky Deli episode, except it's, instead of hilarious, it's like the most inspiring shit you've ever seen. The person who recommended it to me was my brother Brian. He was like, I think you need to see this show. And asked Brian about it. I'm like, are you like watching, you just recommend this because you think I'd like it? And he's like, no, it's because like the show made me see things about animation that now I kind of get why you are so into it. And I'm like, yes, finally someone understands. So now this is my grand conspiracy to get everyone to buy into watching this so they can know a little something about how cartoons done move.
Yeah.
And the main characters are all really fucking hilarious and charming, especially the financial manager of the club who has no actual drawing talent. But she's really good at drumming up buzz and like plotting out how to get money and like weaseling her way into getting what the club needs. And she's absolutely hilarious.
Is her name Ren?
No, her name's not Ren.
You could be a producer, Ren.
No, her name is Kanamori.
Her name is John K.
Oh no, she's way better than John K. Most of all, because
That's a low bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, most of all, because she doesn't molest anybody. But that's again, like you said, low bar. The main character's name is Akaska, which is like you always want to say Asuka, like in Evangelion, but no, it's Akaska, and she's like your standard super like. Brian says that she reminds him of me. Where a character who can't get anything done because they hyper focus on interesting premises and never actually like moves into actually making the thing happen, and instead just moves on to the next big idea and starts like, oh, and the machine moves on pneumatic pumps and things like that.
I do that with my Skyrim characters.
And then the cast is complemented by a model who wants to be an animator, so super realistic. But it actually, when you watch the show and you figure out her backstory, you're like, oh, actually, this kind of makes sense. And the biggest thing I could describe about this show is passion. Like, these characters are so passionate that after you watch it, you're like, I want to do things too. Oh!
I love it when anime makes you feel like
you
that.
feel like you can take on the world. It's really awesome. It's
Only
great.
anime does that too.
Only the animes.
Only Glorious Nippon. Art forms from Glorious Nippon.
So yes, go ahead and watch Eizouken, and you can feel better in these trying times. It's only like 10 episodes long, so
Yeah.
it's you don't feel like you're getting into One Piece or anything.
Oh God!
You should watch One Piece. There's only 800 episodes. Said anyone.
Yeah.
Except us who watched it.
Yeah.
And then stopped watching it.
Because it got real bad.
Yeah, well...
The manga's great,
yeah,
but the anime's shit.
Yeah, the anime got real poopy real fast.
Is the final episode of Eizouken when they finally get to show their completed cartoon to Wilbur Cobb?
And he's like, yeah, good job, boy!
What I'm picturing is Wilbur Cobb, like... It's just the same scene with him and Ren and Stimpy, but it's like 3 anime girls.
No, it's really great. And like I guess a bonus is that all the characters live in this wacky town that was built wrong. So like from the get-go it creates an environment where of course this is going to breed creativity. Like the 2 main artist characters take a lot of stock in where they live. It influences them a lot, and I just find that incredibly realistic. Where like, artsy fartsy people tend to view the world a little differently, and that's why they become fucked up artist people instead of normal members of society. And it's great. It's a magical little show. Watch it and you'll feel good. God damn it, that's what I say. And it isn't moe, I promise.
I'll be the judge of that.
You'll see. You take one look at the characters and you go, oh, okay.
My thing from Japan that I like, sumo. There's the March Basho is in full swing now.
Oh, okay.
Not Bancho.
Not Bancho. The March Basho is in full swing now, and there are no fans allowed in the stands. It is completely empty except for the Rikishi themselves because of the coronavirus.
Oh,
And
it's like pro wrestling.
Yeah.
WWE's doing that too. It's really fucking weird. It's really weird to watch these wrestlers beat each other up in an empty arena.
It's weird.
Nobody there, and I'm like, all I could think of is when these two are beating up on each other. I'm like, y'all giving each other coronavirus. You're touching your face.
Yeah.
And if you touch your face, you fucking die.
Well, one guy named Chiyomaru actually did have to drop out because he had a fever.
Oh.
And now I'm like, he wrestled against all of them, and all of them haven't. If that happened,
Wait a minute.
So
This is our chance, B-Rai. We're gonna climb the ranks while they're all sick. We're gonna become the next Yokozunas.
Oh, God.
The anime will be made about us. It'll be called Boku no Fatso Academia. Good old time.
And I'm not exempt from any of this because sumo doesn't have a weight class. So the fact that I'm not obese and might get the shit kicked out of me by giant people is my problem.
Boku no Overbeast Densetsu. Overbeast is like my favorite word.
Yeah.
It's so good. I'm so glad, B-Rai, you introduced that into our lives.
He's overbeast.
He's so fat.
I like drawing your cat over beast.
He's not fat though.
It's so funny.
Spooky. I mean, well, Spooky. Spooky was fat. She's not fat anymore. Spooky is Lissa's family's cat, but Pumpkin, my pumpkin boy, is premium fine boy. He is not trunk.
It's just like the way his collar is. It makes his skin fold in a way that makes me like think he's fat.
Yeah,
he has big cheeks and
yeah, he got them big old chubber cheeks.
Yeah, he has big cheeks and like he like his collar gives him jowls. But like he's just because he retracts his neck into himself, and, like, he's doing like the Aaron double chin thing.
Yeah,
but the cat equivalent of it.
Cat equivalent of Aaron's double chin.
Oh man! Speaking of people we're fans of on the internet, did you see that fucking Ethan from H3H3 tweeted at because I guess O.J. Simpson was like,
oh yeah,
he's like, everybody stay safe now, self-quarantine, coronavirus, hashtag whatnot, and Ethan tweeted at him, statistically, I have a higher chance of being killed by you than coronavirus. And then he blocked him.
Yeah. So now we could say Ethan Klein blocked by O.J. Simpson.
Oh god, only Ethan would be ballsy enough to just do something so mean but also funny.
Yeah.
And also kind of justified.
Oh no, I need to I need to get blocked by a murderer so I can get all the clout.
Yeah.
That's how it roll. That's how it do now. That in our Death Stranding world that apparently I guess we're all going to be living in next week when this episode comes out.
I know.
We're all just going to be sitting in our homes and we'll have to communicate via hologram and be like, thanks, Sam.
Well, if you wanted a still living famous murderer to insult, I would have suggested Juan Corona, and it would have been even more topical because of his name. The Juan Coronavirus machetes to death a bunch of migrant workers. But he died earlier this year.
Oh, hearing that makes me want to drink 2 Corona, not just 1 Corona.
People are dead, Taylor.
Such funny. Oh, I was talking about cute anime girls, and now we're talking about the Corona man.
Fucking course with us.
But doing parkour and killing people. I don't know why parkour was involved. I just wanted to lift it up a little bit. Help. Somebody needs to send for help. Quick, light the flare. You know which one.
Gondor calls for aid.
Ah, shit, that was the wrong flare. Now we're going to have a bunch of fucking horsemen showing up.
Actually, fun fact about the Rohirrim in the movie, they couldn't find enough men who knew how to ride horses.
Oh, Horsey says, more men.
They found like a whole bunch of women who are competitive riders and were in, a lot of like horse shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. Very skilled riders, and so they got them all fake beards and put armor on them. So like most of the Rohirrim in the big charges are women.
Okay.
If you see that in the movie.
Now I want to know where they got all the horses. That's what I want to know. They said, people, whatever, you slap a beard on them. You can't just put 2 guys in a big old suit and have them trudge them out. Where'd you get all them horskes?
They went to Crud Jam Beast. Crapped on a horse's hole. Come on down to the hole and get you too many horses. Where do they come from? They come from the hole. They're birthed from it. It's scary. I don't want to question it too much.
Honestly, I don't know where you're getting these from, Ada. I what is influencing these? What on earth could it be?
I don't know. Probably the illness.
The illness we inevitably have.
Yes.
The sickness with which we are down.
Yes.
Ooh, ah! That hurt my throat. Oh boy, this is what happens. This is what happens when you stay cooped up too long.
You haven't been staying cooped up. You're going to work.
No, we're shifting.
And I'm going to work. I don't want to fucking go to work.
We're playing bits now. We're playing a bit. We're all.
I'm just upset that I have to go to work.
I know. As of right now, who knows what the case will be when this episode airs. Hopefully this will change, but I still have to go to work.
Yeah.
So actually on this subject, this thing's been going around this week. It's probably going to be, ancient history by next week, but this thing has been going around being like, the quarantine Spartan workout, there's no reason you have to break your routine just because the gyms are closed. Hey, everybody. And it's just like, do this exercise and increase the reps by 1 every time you do it. And
I work out at home anyway, which is like the I don't go to the gym. I just do push-ups at my house.
I mean, honestly, I'm just angry at it. It's a whatever. It's a nice message. You know, stay healthy while you're cooped up or whatever. But they really missed out on a golden opportunity to call it the quarantoned routine. Don't bring Spartans into this. They cast people like me onto the rocks. I came out of the womb and they're like, this kid's too stupid. Throw him off a cliff.
Plus, look at him.
And there's this boing. He bounced. He didn't die. He's a bouncing baby boy. Look at him. And then I was like, I got injuries.
The best reason not to bring Spartans into anything is that they have now been co-opted by white supremacists.
Oh, do we have to go into continually darker venues? Can't we just talk about Halo?
Sure.
Okay. So anyway, I learned this thing about Halo.
Uh-huh.
The Covenant represents the KKK, and everything.
So that's why the Prophet has that big white hood.
I always like the names.
His name is fucking... Oh, what crap. What was that guy's name? God damn it. Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Oh, yes. You got that from Forrest Jump.
Well, he was an actual guy.
Well, I know that, but you would know that. Any of us would know is from Gorist Lump. I will say, though, like, you know what? Halo. I like the names of all the spaceships.
Oh, man, yeah.
They have, like, these poetic-ass names.
Truth
like,
and Reconciliation.
Yeah, and, like, High Charity.
Mm-hmm.
And,
why not High C?
Oh, the human ones was called...
Pillar of Autumn.
Yeah, Pillar of Autumn. But that just sounds fucking cool.
They have some really cool... like, the human ships have cool names, too, and I don't even remember what some of theirs are. Lissa's working on a space comic.
Yeah, I know. I asked her some questions about it.
She's very stoked about that. And because I'm good at villains, I'm doing the bandit-y villains that are like the first enemies in him.
Oh, it's like a collab?
Yeah.
Oh man, they're going to be in completely different styles.
Well, no, I mean I'm giving her. She's drawing it all. I'm just naming shit and writing shit for as pertaining to the villains and stuff.
Oh, that's fun. I love that.
And
God, look at you two. You're a regular Rebecca and Ian.
I tried to get her sold on like the main bandit enemies. This is all. I don't want to reveal too much, but there's like these bandit enemies that are like they're not quite similar to the Reavers from what do you call it? Oh fuck.
The Iron Reaver Soul Stealer?
No, my brain is dying.
The Vorcha?
I can't remember. God damn it.
Firefly?
Thank you. Christ almighty. Why was that so hard? Oh.
The Firefly.
No, but they're definitely like still human and have their senses about them, but there's a reason that they're sort of just fatalistic and don't care about throwing their lives away.
They're millennials.
Yeah, they're growing up right now.
And I was trying to think of cool names for like their spaceships and stuff. And I think I am going to go with those things that I always said if I could name a vessel, I'd name it like the Wendigo Psychosis or something like that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of names that would look scary scrawled on the hulls of like, smoking beat up ships as they're coming for you and they're full of murderous bandits. And I think I want to, this is all pending her agreeing to this, of course, but I think she's mostly like she's delegated that to me, but I wanted to have the sort of flagship of the leader of these bandit guys be named Sennacherib's Ruin, because I thought that sounded cool.
Holy shit. Sennacherib's Ruin? Mm-hmm. What's a Sennacherib?
Sennacherib was an Assyrian general in like the Old Testament who attacked the Jews for some reason, because everyone was it was a popular activity in like the hundreds of years BC.
Yeah, in the Old Testament days. It's very, very popular. And to just be an asshole, mostly.
It's almost like their oral history was about them defeating all of their shitty enemies who attacked them all the time. But Sennacherib was like a general or a king. No, he was an Assyrian king, and there's like this part of the Bible where God supposedly sent down a destroying angel that just did away with like 186,000 of Sennacherib's troops.
That's a lot. That's some Dynasty Warrior shit.
It is. And like Lord Byron wrote a poem called I think it's
Sennacherib's Ruin?
No, it's not Sennacherib's Ruin. It's like the death of... Why can't I remember this? I can remember this all the time because it's cool and metal, and I can't think of it right now.
Your B-Rise Brain Ruin.
Oh God, my brain just died for a second and came back online. The destruction of Sennacherib.
Mm-hmm. The synonym of Sennacherib. What are you doing now?
Yeah, it's the destruction of Sennacherib. That's the name of the poem. It's by Lord Byron.
Okay.
And I can... Oh, no, Pam from Archer has like the main stanza of it tattooed on her back.
Wow. What now? Why would that be?
Just because it's metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Pam is an insane woman.
Yes, she is.
I mean, frankly, everybody in that show is insane.
Yeah.
Like Krieger.
Krieger is fucking insane.
Stop! My penis can only get so erect.
And the secretary whose name they can't ever get right.
Carol and or Cheryl.
Yeah.
Voiced by the terrific Judy Greer.
I feel like if I had taken an interest in math and science as a youngin', I would be a Krieger. Scientist.
Oh, definitely. No, you absolutely... Krieger's always reminded us of you. I'm not even kidding.
Who needs ethics when you have whimsy?
Exactly. Doing human experiments, fusing myself with animal DNA. I'm going to give myself cat claws and frog feet.
And you got cactuses for elbows.
We'll do a Cronenberg-style apocalypse. Rick and Morty style. By
All right.
accident.
You know what? This actually is a nice talking point. Let's focus for a little bit on something serious.
Mm-hmm.
If you could splice your DNA with two animals, what would they be?
Ooh.
Lobster for that, what do you call it? My brain is fucked. All right, hang on.
It's okay. I can take a sippy of some Estes.
I'm going to go with goat and bat.
Why goat and bat?
Because I want cool ram horns and I want wings.
Oh, that would be cool.
I want black leathery wings.
You're basically a combat-ready version of the Mothman.
Yes.
Instead of big floofy antennas, you got hard, injuring horns and a skull of steel.
And I want I want to be like a satyr type deal. So like I have goat pants. and
Goat pants.
And hooves for feet. The master does not approve.
I think how Torgo was supposed to be a satyr, and it's never touched on. He's just weird.
He just got fucked up
At
knees.
no point does the movie actually say he's a satyr.
Yeah.
He's just weird.
Everybody just thought he got back from Vietnam all fucked up. They didn't want to make it awkward, so they didn't say anything. B-Right?
I would go with lobster for that biological immortality or whatever it's called, where you just basically don't succumb to senescence and you could just get old forever as long as nothing kills you.
Good.
That would be a good one to have, and I might come back to my second animal.
Oh, but you gotta have two of them.
I've tried to think of what the second one would be. That would be cool to be maybe a hyena. I like hyenas.
You get to get a big old hunchback and a giant clitoris.
They do have those things.
You get like lobster and frog, so you can jump on people's roofs and scare the shit out of them.
I can already do that. I'm like 8 feet tall.
He doesn't have to jump. He just reaches up and pulls himself onto the roof.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll come back to your second animal, frog boy.
All right.
Lobster boy.
Something poisonous.
Ooh, that's a good. You can be like half human, half lobster, half viper. So you can see people in.
This is just Beast Wars fusions.
It's pretty great.
This is that Batman Beyond episode.
Oh man,
Splicers.
I was just thinking of that as soon as you said that.
I loved that episode.
And one of them was a hyena, and he laughed all the time.
Yeah, and he was like on the Joker's gang.
Yeah, he like briefly enlisted them as henchmen.
Yeah,
in like that one episode. Yeah, that was a metal episode.
And he gets
a
cyborg arm at one point.
Yeah,
in one of the Justice League Unlimited episodes.
That was really fucking
Anyway,
cool.
Taylor, before we go nerdy on
Well,
Batman.
no, I'm impressed because that's absolutely what inspired me to ask that question. Because
Yeah.
like what you said made me think of that episode. Now I'm like, let's do this. Why not?
Mediocre minds think alike.
My two animals, it would be.
Honestly, that dude's probably why I said hyena. Sorry, Taylor.
No, it's fine. It was subconscious affectation.
Mm-hmm.
I would be a mix between an orca and a Hercules beetle.
Oh,
Okay.
I'd just be the strongest motherfucker on the planet, and I'd be able to lift cars to get through traffic.
How do you look?
Awful. Just awful.
You're that that like image that goes around of like the guy like the full latex inflatable suit that looks like an orca, but you've got a Hercules beetle horn on it.
Yes.
also, while we're on the subject of people looking awful or just shocking and stupid, the entire time they've said coronavirus or don't go outside or coronavirus will get you, I'm literally just picturing like somebody in a filthy Frank suit that just says coronavirus on it and just shoots you with a gun when you leave your house.
Oh man. You know what? Actually, I changed the orca thing because like I'm going off of a bias of like orcas are like the most dangerous sea animal. But I think I'm gonna change it over to shark.
Okay.
Because
So you'll be a street shark with a horn.
a street shark with Hercules beetle horns and the strength of 16 street sharks.
And you can never stop moving or you'll suffocate.
Yeah, that too. I'll definitely, but I'll never have to sleep, so that works out for me because I hate sleeping.
I love sleeping.
I hate that I have to do it. I find no joy in it. I'm just like, fucking body, you're giving up on me. But no, I want the shark bit because orcas, as far as I know, can't grow their teeth back. And
you're gonna have to be growing back a lot of teeth.
well, I mean, I'm jawsome. You think I'm not gonna bite just about anything?
Yeah, if I push down your fin, then your mouth opens.
Oh man, sweet memories. Jawsome ass memories. But yes, I think being a street shark beetle would be rad.
Okay.
And then street shark beetle, bat goat, and lobster.
To be determined.
No, it's getting decided now.
It's got to be a hyena. You're too married to that, I can tell.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You want that 7-inch clit.
No. I actually might change my answer to be like Nile crocodile, because that also has longevity. With like maybe, I don't know, the viper or something. I want to be poisonous, long-lived, and a deadly predator.
Okay.
I mean, more so than I already am.
You could be.
Just turn into fucking. I wish you splice me with that DNA, and I just turn into Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg?
Because he's a reptilian.
Oh, yeah.
You could be what is it? You could be a Nile crocodile for the longevity, and then do pistol shrimp.
Oh,
Because
that's
then you
kind of
just
cool.
you basically just have a bomb on you at all times. You can just click your claw open and be like, "I'll fucking do it! I'll make the shockwave!
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll fucking do it again!
Guilty.
Guilty, but I did it." That's I don't even know what that fucking cartoon is called.
I don't know. It's just Goofy's murder trial.
Yeah, YouTube that if you want to be disturbed. Oh God. Well, I'm glad we could all come to a consensus on what fucking horrifying animal monsters we're going to be after the transhuman movement.
Yes.
So get ready. Hey, down in the comments, what two animals would you want to splice your human DNA with? Tell us.
Mix those with your insult today.
Yes, mix those in with your insult and how shit we are today. And stay safe out there. If the world is still around, wash your hands. Wash your feet. Wash your eyeballs with capsaicin syrup.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, you're not supposed to do that?
That burns real bad.
You know, that does explain a few things. Guys, I'll be right back. I touched my pee-pee!
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save human race and the entire universe.